All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. They go play action here on first down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Watch two. 12. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, the execution of that defense right there. The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Come on.
They run with Hines, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. Can't find it. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Tuesday. Gun. Keep moving. Go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Newton. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Hines, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. On the give, this is Dixon. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now on first, Dixon again. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Hey.
Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kenneth Dixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are in for 6. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
20.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Hey, let's go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He sets to fire. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Colts getting ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Newton on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here we go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff for Dixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Ryan to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Smith. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Gun.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He is putting on a show in this 2nd quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Here's a give to Smith. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Get up! Hey, there we go. 4 down. Eyes up.
It's Freeman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to sling this deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are in for 6. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
"19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hines. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw, Newton. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Dixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here we go. Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Newton. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and goal, Dixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They give it to him running left. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fisher. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Take this one down to about the 40. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's Freeman. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead is now 21-14. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Newton to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Ebron caught left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Get up!
Again, it's Smith. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, 4 down.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Ito Smith. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
12.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Come on. 20.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This is Hines. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
As they can
firing. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And they will take a knee here. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about